Imagine a world where a mean trick almost ruins everything, but a brave heart and a sprinkle of kindness save the day. That's what happens to Laura, a girl with big dreams, and Derek, who learns the hard way that love means trusting the right people. Ready to find out how they beat the bullies and find their happily ever after? In the big, shiny city of Los Angeles, there lived a girl named Laura who had a big heart and even bigger dreams. She wanted to be a model, strutting on bright stages in pretty clothes. Laura wasn't rich, but she worked hard at school, studying business, and took modeling jobs to pay her bills. She always smiled, even when things were tough, because she believed hard work would make her dreams come true. One sunny day, Laura was reading a book in a park when a boy named Derek saw her. Derek came from a fancy family, but he wasn't a show-off. He loved books and had big plans to make the world better. "Wow, she's special," he thought. They started talking, and soon they were best friends. After 7 months, they were in love. Derek told Laura, "You're my favorite person, no matter what anyone says." Laura's heart felt warm, but some people whispered, "Laura is too simple for Derek's fancy world." Laura worried about it too. "What if I don't fit in?" she asked. Derek held her hand. "You are my world, Laura. I love you for being you." At the modeling agency where Laura worked, there was a girl named Danielle. She was the most popular model, but she wasn't kind. Danielle loved being the star and got jealous when she saw Laura's bright smile. "Who does Laura think she is?" she huffed. She decided to make Laura's life hard. One day, Danielle was rushing to the studio, talking to Derek on the phone. "Honey, I'm almost there," she said. Derek was excited because his dad, Mr. Arnold, who owned the agency, was visiting. But as Danielle walked in, a janitor accidentally splashed dirty water on her white dress. "Oh no!" she yelled. "You clumsy old man. This dress is super expensive." She was so mad she poured a bucket of dirty water on the janitor. Everyone gasped. Then Derek arrived and said, "Danielle, that's my dad." Danielle's face turned red. She didn't know Mr. Arnold was pretending to be a janitor to see who was kind and who was mean. His eyes were sharp, and he knew Danielle wasn't nice. Derek had a big surprise. His dad put him in charge of the agency. He was nervous, but wanted to help Laura shine. "She works so hard," he thought. So he told the team, "Give Laura and other new models big projects." Everyone cheered, except Danielle. She was furious. "Laura? A star? No way," she muttered. She started being mean, hiding Laura's shoes, spilling water on her bag, and telling lies to make Laura look bad. Laura stayed quiet, focusing on her work, but it hurt. The agency was planning a huge fashion show, and Laura was chosen to walk in the main part. Danielle was so mad she made a sneaky plan with a man named Mr. Ortega. They tricked Laura into going to a VIP room, saying, "An important guest wants to meet you." Mr. Ortega gave Laura a drink that made her dizzy. Then, he acted like they were friends. A big screen at the show showed Laura with Mr. Ortega, and it looked like she was doing something wrong. Everyone gasped. Derek saw it and thought Laura had betrayed him. "How could you?" he shouted. Laura tried to explain. "I don't know what happened. I felt weird." But Derek was too upset. Danielle smirked, thinking, "My plan worked." The next day, Derek was so mad he fired Laura. She was heartbroken, losing her job, her dreams, and Derek. She packed her bags and moved to a quiet town in Northern California to live with her grandma. Alone and sad, Laura got a big surprise. She was going to have a baby. She decided to be strong for her child, working at a bakery and selling vegetables, even though she was tired. Back in Los Angeles, Danielle was always by Derek's side, acting sweet. She wanted him to forget Laura. Slowly, Derek believed Danielle was nice, and they started dating. But Mr. Arnold didn't trust her. He dressed up as a janitor again to watch her. He saw Danielle being mean, yelling at workers, and making fun of models. One day, she spilled coffee on the floor and laughed at him. "Clean it up, old man," she said. Mr. Arnold stayed quiet but kept watching. One night, he overheard Danielle talking to Mr. Ortega. "We ruined Laura," she giggled. "She's gone, and Derek's mine." Mr. Ortega laughed. "That fake video was perfect. Laura's out." Mr. Arnold recorded it and knew he had to tell Derek. When Derek came back from a trip, Mr. Arnold showed him the video. Derek's eyes widened. "You lied, Danielle," he shouted. "You hurt Laura." Danielle tried to make excuses, but Derek said, "Get out." Mr. Arnold called the police, and they took Danielle and Mr. Ortega away. Derek felt terrible. "I was so wrong," he said. "I need to find Laura." Derek sent his team to look everywhere. Weeks later, they found Laura in her town. "She's having a baby soon," they said. Derek rushed to her. When he arrived, he heard a cry. "Help! A woman's having a baby." It was Laura, in pain on the ground. "Laura!" Derek gasped. He carried her to the hospital, shouting, "Help her!" Doctors took Laura to the delivery room, and Derek waited, so worried. Hours later, a doctor said, "It's a healthy girl." Derek saw his daughter, Dina, and cried happy tears. "She's perfect," he whispered. When Laura woke up, she was quiet. Derek sat by her bed. "Laura, I'm so sorry. I was wrong to believe Danielle. I hurt you, and I'll never forgive myself. I love you and our daughter." Laura's eyes were sad. "Derek, you didn't trust me. You left me when I needed you." Derek nodded, feeling ashamed. "I know, but I want to make it right. I love you and Dina." Laura looked at their sleeping baby. "You can be her dad," she said softly. "But I need time to trust you again." Derek stayed in the town, visiting every day. He brought toys for Dina and helped Laura with chores, even when she told him to leave. One rainy night, Laura saw Derek standing outside her house, soaked but not moving. Why won't he go? She wondered. Her heart started to soften. She saw how much Derek loved Dina, making her giggle with funny faces and silly games. One morning, Laura watched Derek play with Dina outside. Dina climbed on his shoulders, laughing, and Laura smiled. She realized Derek wasn't just saying sorry, he was showing it. That evening, they sat on the porch under a starry sky. Derek took Laura's hand. "Laura, I'll never leave you again. I love you and Dina more than anything." Laura's eyes filled with tears. "I was so hurt, Derek, but I see you're trying. I want to believe in us again." They hugged tightly, and Laura felt hope for the first time in a long time. Derek promised to be there for her and Dina, and Laura started to trust him again. Soon, Derek took Laura and Dina to his dad's big house in Beverly Hills. Mr. Arnold's eyes sparkled when he saw Dina. "My granddaughter," he said, hugging her gently. "She's beautiful, just like her mom." Laura smiled, feeling warm and safe. Mr. Arnold welcomed her like family, and Dina giggled as he told her stories about his adventures. One sunset, Derek led Laura to the garden. He got down on one knee and pulled out a shiny ring. "Laura, you're my everything. Will you marry me?" Laura's heart raced. Tears streamed down her face as she nodded. "Yes, Derek." They hugged, and the stars seemed to shine brighter. Their wedding was like a fairy tale, with flowers everywhere and happy friends clapping. Laura wore a beautiful white dress, and Derek couldn't stop smiling. They promised to love each other forever. "You and Dina are my life," Derek said. Laura replied, "I choose you, Derek, always." Dina clapped, wearing a tiny dress with sparkly wings, and everyone laughed. Life with Laura, Derek, and Dina was full of joy. Their house was filled with laughter, and Mr. Arnold visited often with presents for Dina. But one day, a new adventure began. A colorful poster arrived in the mail about the Starry Stage Festival in Sunnyvale, a nearby town. It was a big show to raise money for a new playground, with singing, dancing, and costumes. "Let's join," Laura said, her eyes sparkling. "I love performing." Derek grinned. "I'll play my guitar." Dina jumped up and down. "I want to dance like a butterfly." The family packed their bags and moved to a cute house in Sunnyvale for the summer. The town was full of bright flowers, buzzing bees, and kids playing everywhere. At the town hall, they met Miss Bella, who led the festival with a glittery hat and a big smile. "This show will make our town shine," she said. Laura helped design costumes, like superhero capes and fairy wings for the fashion show. Derek practiced his guitar for the music, and Dina joined a kids' dance group to twirl like butterflies. Everyone was excited to work together, but not everyone wanted to share the fun. A new girl named Vicky, with shiny red hair and sparkly dresses, wanted to be the only star. "My costumes are better," she bragged. "I should be in charge." Laura smiled kindly. "Let's work together, Vicky. Everyone's ideas can make the show great." But Vicky rolled her eyes and walked away, muttering, "I'm the best." At rehearsals, strange things started happening. Laura's costume sketches disappeared from the town hall. "Oh no," she said. "I worked so hard on those." Dina tugged her hand. "Maybe they flew away like butterflies." Laura laughed but felt worried. Then, Derek found his guitar strings all tangled up. "This is odd," he said. At Dina's dance practice, the music kept stopping, and the kids were confused. Some even cried. Miss Bella looked stressed. "If this keeps happening, we might have to cancel the show," she said. Dina hugged Laura. "Mommy, I want the playground." Laura and Derek had a feeling Vicky was behind the trouble. They saw her whispering with two friends near the costume room, giggling sneakily. "Vicky," Laura said gently, "did you take the sketches or mess with the guitar?" Vicky crossed her arms. "No way. You just want me out of the show." Derek shook his head. "We want everyone to shine, Vicky. Let's fix this together." But Vicky ran off shouting, "I'm the star, not you." The problems got worse. The stage lights stopped working, and the kids' dance shoes went missing. The whole town was worried about the festival. Laura and Derek decided to call Mr. Arnold for help. "Grandpa's super smart," Dina said, clapping. Mr. Arnold drove to Sunnyvale right away. "Let's be detectives," he said with a wink. "We'll save the show," Dina giggled. "Like superheroes." One evening, Laura, Derek, and Mr. Arnold watched the town hall closely. They saw Vicky and her friends sneak in after everyone left. Vicky hid a box of stage props under a table, giggling. "Now they'll mess up, and I'll be the only star." Mr. Arnold recorded her on his phone, just like he did with Danielle. "Gotcha," he whispered. The next morning, Miss Bella called a big meeting at the town hall. Everyone came, kids, grown-ups, and Vicky. "We have a problem," Miss Bella said. "Someone's been sabotaging the festival." Vicky pretended to look surprised, but her cheeks turned pink. Mr. Arnold showed the video of Vicky hiding the props. The crowd gasped. Vicky's eyes got wide. I didn't mean it," she stammered. I just wanted to be the best. Laura stepped forward. Vicky, you're already talented. You don't need to ruin things for others to shine. Derek nodded. The festival is about teamwork, not just one star. Dina ran up and hugged Vicky's leg. Dance with me. Vicky looked at Dina's big smile and felt bad. I'm sorry, she whispered. I was selfish. Miss Bella said, Vicky, you can still be in the show, but you need to help fix what you broke. Vicky nodded, tears in her eyes. I'll do it. Vicky worked hard with Laura to redraw the costume sketches. She helped Derek untangle his guitar strings and found the missing dance shoes. Dina taught Vicky some butterfly dance moves, and Vicky laughed. This is fun, she said. The kids forgave her, and they all practiced together, feeling like a big team. The day of the Starry Stage Festival arrived, and Sunnyvale was buzzing with excitement. The stage twinkled like a sky full of stars. Laura's fashion show was a hit, with kids strutting in capes and wings. Derek played his guitar, and the crowd clapped along. Dina and Vicky twirled in the butterfly dance, their wings sparkling under the lights. Everyone cheered louder than ever. Miss Bella smiled big. We raised enough money for the new playground, she announced. The town clapped and hugged, so happy. Vicky ran to Laura and Derek. Thank you for giving me a chance, she said. I learned that sharing the stage is way more fun. Laura hugged her. You're part of our team now, Vicky, Dina giggled. Best friends forever. Mr. Arnold watched from the crowd, proud of his family. You did it, team, he said, picking up Dina. That night, the town celebrated with ice cream and fireworks. Laura and Derek held hands, watching the sky light up. We're stronger together, Derek said. Laura nodded. With love and teamwork, we can do anything. Back in Beverly Hills, Laura, Derek, and Dina kept helping others. They visited Sunnyvale often, playing at the new playground with Vicky and the other kids. The Starry Stage Festival became a yearly tradition, where everyone worked together to make it magical. Laura and Derek taught Dina that kindness and teamwork are the real stars of any show. Dina grew up knowing that love makes every adventure shine bright. One day, as the family sat in their garden, Dina ran up with a drawing of a butterfly. This is us, she said, pointing to 3 butterflies flying together. Laura and Derek laughed, hugging her tight. Their love had faced big challenges, but they learned to trust, forgive, and work as a team. They proved that even when mean tricks try to ruin things, a brave heart and a sprinkle of kindness can fix everything. And so, under the starry sky, Laura, Derek, and Dina lived happily ever after, sharing laughter, love, and adventures with their friends, knowing that together they could make the world a better place.